Before we start, just understand this is not a signal service. Everything you see here is for educational purposes only. Trading involves risk, and the goal here is not to follow trades, it's to learn the process behind them. Good morning, and welcome to I'm the Trader Capital Live Trading Floor. First and foremost, as always, glory, all glory to the Most High God. All right, let's bow our heads and say a quick prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your mercy and your grace. We thank you for another opportunity to try again and learn and grow in these markets. Father, we ask that your will be done today as it is in heaven. Father, I ask that you give us the heart of a giver and make us a lover of our neighbor. Please let me not lead anyone that listens to me astray, but use me as a vessel to bring your children back unto you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. 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 All right, another week. We back at it. Monday, April 27th. Before we jump into the charts, I just want to say there was a time I used to sit down at the charts with no real plan, jumping between strategies, second guessing every entry, and honestly just hoping the trade would work. That's where most traders are today, not because they're not capable, but because they don't have a structured process. The biggest pitfalls that causes traders to fail is that they have no knowledge of money, they don't know how to lose, they don't know how the markets operate, and they don't have a winning model. 90% of traders fail, all 90% are plagued with one or more of these pitfalls. Today, I'm going to show you the three pillars that every trader must have in their trading to survive and thrive in the financial markets. So you can join the 10% who succeed and fast track your way to the top 1% of the wealthiest people on this planet. It's called the 10% to 1% club. Let's go. But before we dive deep into the three core pillars, when you step into this arena on this battlefield, you must first have two crucial realizations. Realization number one: trading is war. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is the hardest thing that you will ever do in your life. Realization number two: all traders are money managers. As a trader, your ability to manage money is vital to your survival in this industry and in life as we know it. Most people think success in trading comes from finding the perfect strategy or catching the biggest moves. But reality is, trading success is built on three core pillars. First is money and mindset. This is the foundation of success. Then we have risk management. This is the holy grail of trading. This is what will keep you in the game long after everybody else has quit. And then we have trading edge. This is where all traders start. I know this because this is where I started, and that's why in today's session we are going to hone in on our trading edge. Now, everything that we do here is built around one thing, and that is confidence in your trading edge. And that confidence comes from three things. First is understanding how the market actually operates, not what social media says, but how money truly moves. Second is having one trading model, one model with IPTA signatures that you trust and execute consistently. Third is having a plan and process, because without a plan and a process, you're just reacting to price and you're literally just winging it each and every time you're in front of the charts. And this right here, this session, this is where we focus on the third piece, the process part. I'm not here to force trades. I'm here to execute my plan step by step in real time. All right, let's get to the live trading floor. As you're watching, don't just look for entries, all right? But pay attention to the process behind the entries, because that's what will get you into the 10% of traders who succeed. And if you want to go further to the 1%, well, that's where we break down all three pillars inside of the program. I used to think that winning trades build confidence, but it's not the wins. It's knowing exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, before, during, and after each trade. And that is what we're building here today. Let's go on with our daily processes. All right, weekly target going to this week. Hold on, hold on. All right, weekly target going. You didn't hear that? You did not hear that? Why is it that every time I refresh this page, it goes black? I don't understand that. Weekly target going to this week is 3%. All right. Mental check-in, feeling generally okay. All right. Excited to see what price action has in store for us today. Excited to continue to grow. All right. And get 1% better in these markets. Mental check-in. That's what we just did, right? In terms of me mentally, mental wise, nothing's really, of note to mention going on. All right. Just the same old usual, but nothing really of note to mention today going into our session. Acknowledge risk. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the battle. All right. News. No news of note to mention today. All right. On either calendar, we have no news today. So not making it. It's not an optimal day for us to take a trade here at the Trader Capital. All right. So we're going to go into today, tape reading and demo trading. All right. Just to build more confidence on what I back tested this weekend. I just want to walk it forward. That's why I'm here today. If not, I really wouldn't be showing up. There'll be no point in me showing up today. But I'm excited to collect data on what I'm looking for in price. So that's why we're here. So we get on with it. Risk. Not that we'll be taking any trades, but still, when we demo, obviously it will be at 0.25 of account size, and we have a max of 7.5. Risk will be getting adjusted soon, okay? Maybe tomorrow. After today, we'll be adjusting our risk a little bit. Weekly program going to this week is unknown, okay? Once Monday's range is completed, and then we'll wait for one side of Monday's range to get taken, which will let us know what our weekly program is going into the week. So let's dive into price action today and get on with our 3-step trading process. Over the weekend, I obviously during my back testing session, I reduced a few lines, all right, off the chart that I don't really need to see, and just left the ones that the pertinent ones that I want to see. And yeah, so let's see how it goes this week. Back testing session was so solid. PM session on Friday really didn't have anything of note to engage in really and truly. It was a dud. PM session for me in terms of what I'm looking for in price. This is not how I like this thing right here. There we go. First things first. Step 1, condition. All right, determine bias. For us is a session bias, okay? And in order to determine our session bias, you must first identify our dealing range that hasn't changed. All right, we go from 12 a.m. to current price action. We note the lowest low, which is currently the 9 a.m. candle, to the highest high. This will give us our dealing range. I kind of eliminated everything else inside of the dealing range, okay, just so I have less lines on the chart. And then we note key liquidities above and below dealing range. Above dealing range right now, okay, we have Asia session buy side above price, which is currently all-time highs. Below that, we have Asia session sell side below price. And below that, we have AM session sell side from Friday below price as our draw on liquidity, depending on which side of the dealing range gets taken. And now we wait. We do the hardest thing for most traders to do, is wait for the market to show us its hand. Slow. Oh, is the new week opening price? Cool, cool, cool. Just like that, we're ready for 9:30 kickoff. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I had a rushed morning today. I'm not gonna lie. I'll spare you the details, but just know that my morning was rushed. I'll spare you all the details. Okay. Okay. Why does it say rerun? I'm still trying to get used to this Twitch thing, but don't worry, don't worry. We'll get acclimated here. Yeah. Just me trying to see how it looks. How do I fix that at the bottom there, you know? I want to know how I do that. How do I do that? We're kicking off in less than 30 seconds. Ding, 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 ding. Popping off, popping off. First, we have no news today. Doesn't make it an optimal day. And looking at that open range gap, the size of it, yeah. I don't have high hopes for price action today. I do not have high hopes for price action today. Based on everything I've just seen alone, yeah. But either way, we're here. Let me swap this thing into a tape reading. just in to demo trading, just in case we engage in any setups. It will be demo because we're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. Not with this opening range gap and not with this no news. All right, so dealing range sell side getting taken. Condition has been established as sell program. Okay, so we're looking to be a seller of this market going into today. And our drawn liquidity initially would have been Asia low, which just got liquidated right now. Below that, okay, we have AM session sell side from Friday. So this will be our next draw on liquidity. So let's get our little handy dandy magnet. Post that bad boy down here as our draw on liquidity. Just gonna leave the color because I deleted everything yesterday, all the drawings and stuff, so everything here is fresh. Dealing range sell side has been taken. We've established our condition as a sell program going into the session. This tape reading / demo trading session because of the factors that we listed. All right, there's no medium to high impact news, and also looking at this open range gap is just nasty. Yeah, I was going to do something, wasn't I? I was in the middle of doing this. Drawing liquidity, getting smashed there. Initial draw. For a continuation, right, I'll need to see price come and take buy side and then drop and cause a market structure shift, right, for me to continue. However, if we take this structure and we take that structure, that'll be a reversal for a retracement setup. Cool. So let's pay attention to that and let's do that moving forward and see how it goes. Ooh, I'm excited. Well, is that really a retracement? Oh yeah, because it will retrace and then continue down. Right. So it's retrace. Oh yeah. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Now there's more cohesiveness, right? We have reversal, we have retracement. What's the low? 27363. 27362. 362. This is lower. Okay. So now, if you come up and take this here, I'll be interested in a retracement setup. No. No, we're not ready. What? I just wanted to know sync it. What are you talking about, mate? If we do take this and come down and take sell side, then that'll be a continuation or retracement. So let's see if what I seen in price will play out today. I'm super excited. Super duper excited. Alright, waiting for a market structure shift here. We'll be interested. Yep. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. We are most definitely interested. This would be a reversal, right? Reversal. Hold on. Okay, we'll take one off at -1. 3825. We're buying, all right. So let's sell back 1, and we'll adjust this to 1. Hello. Why ain't it letting me do that though? I think it will just take 1 off, I believe. Let's see anyway. If it doesn't, I'll just delete and add 1 more. But anyway, this will be to -1.5, which is 5,950. 5,950. Until we take this low here. If we do come and take this low, then we'll be gaining on the retracement. Right, now that will be a continuation to the downside. I'm still trying to figure out the names. Retracement. It retraces, right, and continues low. Reversal was like complete the other way. Watching how price uses first presenter fair value gap on a 1 minute, all right, to keep price higher. I like price action right now. It came into it and close above it. All right, I want to see price remain in the upper portion of the first presenter fair value gap. For this demo trade, we're in here. We're looking to be sellers, all right, but right now price action is giving us a reversal for retracement inside of the range, then potentially to continue lower, right? So like I said, if we take this low, I'd be interested in a sell there. We can go ahead and delete this. No longer of any interest to us right now. This too, they've done their job. All right, like I said, if we come back, if we drop lower and we take sell side here, I will be interested in the continuation, okay, to the downside, targeting Friday's AM session sell side. For now, I'm not seeing any characteristics that I'm offside on the trade here. Closure below first presented fair value gap, it comes back into it, and then we close below it again. That'll be my warning signs right there. Body closure on this order block would be last line in the sand for this trade. Oh, we did get closure below first presented. Let's see how the next candle closes. Short. If we do take this, I would be interested to get back in there to go lower, because we're in a sell program. All right, I'm looking for a reason to be a seller of this market. This trade I'm currently in obviously is going against my session bias, okay, and I'm aware of that. I understand the risk there, and I'm willing to engage in it still, regardless, knowing what I'm looking for. All right, most important is understanding what phase of the market you're in. Like I said, I want to see this candle use the first presented and close below it. All right, that would be alarm bells ringing, and then body closure in the mean threshold of this order block would be reduced risk on the trade. Let's see. Wouldn't have given you bread and butter regardless. Oh, let's get this thing in here. We're about to get that body closure. Oh, yep, we got that body closure. Let's buy. We sold. We're buying, right? So we sell back one. Let's close this. Move this down here. Looking at 825. We've reduced risk on this trade. We take this sell side here. I would be interested in a continuation to the downside. How can we be a seller of this market today? All right, that's our goal. Because we take in dealing range sell side, giving us a sell program. We did get body closure below mean threshold. Okay, so I'm fair in taking one off there and not completely closing the trade. This is why I don't always completely close the trade. It's the wick in it. Have a wick, the wick takes more precedence. So body closure mean threshold here, that would indicate yeah. Okay, all right, another level unlocking. Maybe, okay. maybe now we've come down below dealing range sell side, right? Taking a short-term low. I would want to see this high get taken to further confirm my entry. Okay, but if it doesn't, that's also okay. That's also giving me more information, right? So I'm still interested if we take this low here. I've reduced risk already because I got my warning sign. to reduce risk. If you didn't do it here, this candle is definitely telling you, hey, you're offside, mate. Beep, 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 beep. Ref, your AR's got his flag up. It's an offside call, mate. Right in the far end of the field. It's an offside call. Alright, I'm interested here. Q, Q, Q. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm looking to be a seller. Anyway. 2 contracts. So we'll be taking 6, 7, 50. Too high, too high, too high. Alright, this is in line with our session program, okay, which is the sell program. So, 6, 7, 50. Let's get, we're selling, so we'll buy back 1 at -1, which is 5, 6, 7, 5 right there. Let's buy back 1. We got bread and butter. Bread and butter, bread and butter. Love a good bread and butter. Feeds you, don't it? It feeds you. It feeds you. Gets meal on the table. Something to keep that stomach going, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's giving us our bread and butter. Now, it would need to take this high. Oh. Squeeze me. Let's see what that L was there. No. What's AE? What's AE? Took us out for AE? $80? Oh, my shit just froze on me. Oh, we're back. Okay, it was, I guess 106. Cool. Closure above first presented fair value gap will be alarm bells. We can go ahead and close this now, or delete it because we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. $9.50 macro. What you go for us, $9.50 macro? You drawing closer to magic magnet or what? Magic magnet is all the way down there. Doing his job, pulling price closer to it. I now know when I'm offside and exactly what I need to do. This happens a lot, right? Well, not a lot. I've know from what I've noticed right? Recently, since I've been paying attention to this 950 macro, popping off. Yeah, as I was saying, potentially just focus on the side. That's what I'm getting at, right? Price has been telling me that, hey, I need to just focus on the side, in the direction of where we're going, right? Of our condition. But this was a reversal setup, so it was fair, right? Once this low goes, obviously, then we know that, yeah, price done reversing, all right, done retracing, and it wants to continue in the direction of where it wants to go. So either way, it doesn't really affect me. So right here, boom, 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 we got that reversal. However, if we come and take that sell side here, that gives you this, doesn't it? It gives you that retracement continuation. Look at that. Look at that. That's sick, man. That is sick. That is sick. You have no idea. No idea. I'm graduating. 6 years in, I'm graduating. I'm about to graduate. I'm not there yet, but I feel it. The graduation ceremony is close. I'm about to graduate with summa cum laude in technical science, ICT. Let's go. Anyway, approaching take profit 1. Hasn't given it to us yet though. So this is a continuation setup, all right? Continuing price in the direction of our condition, right? So I'm watching this inefficiency in here, to see how price behaves. Came close to take profit 1, but didn't give it to us. Oh no, we have it in the right place. 9,675. Yep, we have it in the right place. Doesn't give it to us. It doesn't give it to us, right? It is what it is. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Like I said, I'm watching this inefficiency in here, how price behaves in it. What I don't want to see is a closure. It's a closure above it. That is something I do not want to see. I want to see it remain in the lower portion, which is not, but doesn't mean anything right now. It just means my ears are propped up and I'm paying attention, right, to this trade. Nothing for me to do here yet. Last line in the sand. I'm thinking, because we already used this OB here. Body closure above first presenter fair value gap. Next candle comes into it and then closes above it. That will be my warning sign to take something off this trade here. Still looking at market structure shift here. We'll pay attention to it, all right? We'll collect the data on it. But I won't be taking another trade until post 10 o'clock. But bread and butter setup, okay? Entry here. Getting out here. Bread and butter. Puts a meal on the table, doesn't it? Sometimes that's all you need, just a meal. I'll be watching this market structure shift here. I won't be getting in though. Let's even see if it would even give me a contract. Yeah, it gives me a contract. We'll watch it if it gives it to us. But won't be gaining anything more until after 10 o'clock. Cool. I said body closure above first presenter fair value gap, and then the next candle comes into first presenter fair value gap, blah blah blah, tongue twister, and then closes above it. That will be our last line in the sand for this trade here. But it's a newsless day, okay? It's a newsless day, so I'm not really expecting. And we had a nasty ass opening range gap, so I'm not really expecting much from price action today. But so far, I like what I'm seeing. All right, it's giving me something at least, right, to work on. So I like that. Just missed. Let's see how many takes it was. Wait, 9-8. Yeah, about one point something. 1 point. Yeah, add one at 5.25. We have 7. Yeah, 1.25. One handle, one tick. Yeah, that's how that works. I think. Don't quote me. My math is bad. Quick mental math anyway, but equation wise, that's my type of math. Less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes until open range is complete. All right, so we've got a body closure above first presented fair value gap. I want to see how this next candle behaves, okay? And we've got that market structure shift for the reversal. Okay, so we're paying attention to an entry here. It gave us one contract. I was about to do something, then I just forgot. Yeah, I was about to note my open range. I'm doing things differently. Yeah, that this would be last line in the sand for me on this trade. So what do we do? We sold so I can buy back one. I can get rid of this here. And we're watching this buy here. Let's get rid of that. Gave us 0.5 though. We'll take it. Gave us our bread and butter. No. And now we're watching this bad boy here. Probably should have just entered it back in it. Should just jump right back in. Do an entry drill. Let's do it. If he gives it to us. If he gives it to us. You know what I mean? If he gives it to us. I think it did. Did I do it though? Oh, I did register it here. Just the one. 250. 250. Right there. is fair and love and war. Open range complete, right? We got open range, stealing range. Below midnight open. This is expected though. This is expected on a day like this. It's about 1-to-1 here. Seeing how price behaves at first presents a fair value gap, okay? If we take this, I'll still want to see a closure below first presents a fair value gap. I would be interested in a sell here. 100%. I do want to see this buy side get taken for my current trade, because then itself would be another setup. I'm getting the jitters out in terms of entering the trades with my new outlook on price action. Okay, so that's what we're gonna use. That wasn't the intention today, but as I'm here and I'm entering the trade, this feels good. This is good. This is good practice for me. This is the perfect day for it because it's a newsless day and it's a day that wouldn't really be not optimal for us to take trades here at the Traded Capital. So let's do this entry drills and get out the, entering this perspective in terms of entering the market and how I'm looking at the charts now. Because how I'm looking at the charts last week compared to how I'm looking at the charts this week, there's a slight difference. Still the same undertone, but slight difference. Anyway, I'm here looking to be a buyer. So hold on, we can flip this. Go to the continuation account and enter if he gives it to us. Because I would be interested. I'm looking to be a seller of this market today, okay? That is my main objective. Okay, because that's what our condition has stated we want to be doing. So that's really what I want to focus on. All the other ones, it's nice. It's nice to be able to engage in them, but that's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to be a seller. Took buy side here. Displace down. Market structure shift. Yep. Let's get rid of this so we're not doing too much on the charts right now. We're not seeing too much. If it waxes out, it waxes out. Wax on, wax off. 1, 2, dealing range, opening range sell side there. 9875 right there. Yeah, I can't even see what that is. It's 0, 0. 2, 2, 2. Now we have come back. Oh, post 10 o'clock. Maybe it's my best time to trade. Maybe. It's exciting being able to see all these multiple potential entries. Now it's about picking which ones, right? Exciting times, exciting times. Trying to see what the hell that. That's one. Okay, one. Yeah, what they have to, hold on, what's the high of this? 41275. If you add 1, it will be 41375. Ooh, would have kept you in there, wouldn't it? Just about, barely, just a tick. Just a tick would have kept you in there. Would have been 41375 right there. Yeah. So one above that is, I'm looking at the initial sell that we were in, okay, and if I had put my stop where it was supposed to be, right, where my, I have it written down, it has to be one handle above the swing high, If I had put it one handle above the swing high, it would have been at 41375. And when this candle wick came to 41350, we still would be in there by a tick, right? By just a tick, just a tick, just a tick. Anyway, bread and butter setup. Bread and butter setup, entry here. You're getting out here. Money on the table, money, food on the money on the table, food on the table. I'm watching this inefficiency in here, see how price reacts to it. Well, that's interesting there, isn't it? Let's see if it'll give us -1, which was somewhere down here. That is very interesting. So now let's not make that mistake twice, right? 1350. We're going to 1450. Let's not do it twice. Still in this reversal buy here. Still in that. Last line in the sand here for this trade. Yeah, it's gonna have to be first presented. Closure above first presented. Next candle comes in. All right, and then closes above it. That will be our last line in the sand there. $9.30 to 10.10. Let's walk it back now. Let's walk it back. Ding, 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 ding. No. Now that we took that, right? That'll be last line. Oh, we did trade above 2 and 2, right? Even though you would have been kept in our trade here, it trading causing that market structure shift was a confirmation of a reversal right there. So that was a confirmation of reversal. It retraces back inside the range. And now potentially could be coming up the buy side here. Let's see. Let's watch it forward. Last line in the sand for this trade, like I said, is closure above first presented fair value gap. Next candle comes, tags, dips into first presented fair value gap, and then closes above it. We are reducing risk on the trade. also taking this structure here would be an indication that we're offside. So I'm also watching that as well. Boom, right? Boom. Yeah. If we take this sell side here, that would be an indication that I'm on side on this trade and potentially offside on that long that we're in. So either way, the market is giving me information, right? It's what I choose to do with that information. Now, next step is what I want to see. Body closures above that swings or not, you know? I need to start paying attention to that as well. But one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. So right now, post 10 o'clock, it's looking like the best time for me. Like I said, market structure shift here will indicate to me, right, that I'm potentially offside in the long here, which is going against our session buyers. So also do have FOMC this week, so the first 2 days of the market, yeah, not anticipating much really. Got 2-stage FOMC. Ooh, Wednesday is riddled with high impact news. Golly, all coming out 8:30, then 2 p.m. So Thursday and Friday will pop up potentially. Whoa. Why is it not NFP this week? Should be, no? Should be NFP this week. Why is this on a different week? I guess they're saving it for next week, Friday. Yeah, it's supposed to be NFP this weekend. Not for professionals. This is the high that has to go, all right, for me to be completely offside. I'm looking to go in the direction of where the magic magnet is drawing price to. It only makes sense. In less than 2 minutes, first hour of trading will be behind us. We've got our bread and butter on this setup here. That would have been what? This one wouldn't, or this one wouldn't get it. This one gave it. This one hasn't given it. This one would have given it. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Two out of two. I mean, 2 out of 4. What the hell? 2 out of 2. Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. So close. Probably got like 2 semesters left in my studying. Probably 2 semesters left. If I'm diligent, I could do it in 1 semester. If I collect enough data, it's possible to do it in 1 semester, but for sure 2 semesters. Graduating in terms of knowledge, right? But I'm always going to be fighting to control myself, right? That battle is, I never graduate from that, if that makes any sense in my analogy. In terms of studying and what I'm looking for in price, yes, I'll be graduating. But in terms of me controlling myself, having the discipline, that is a continuous studying and schooling, right? I'm never going to graduate from that. You gonna do me like you did me this morning again? That was interesting, right? It was like a tick and some change, not a tick. One handle and some change away from -1. Then it came. Well, it took us out because we misplaced our stop loss. Okay. If we had put it where it was supposed to be, one handle above that swing, we still would be in that initial sell from here. Okay, so just something of note. That's something I definitely fell short on today, for sure. Is my stop loss placement wasn't placed in the correct place. -1. Reduce risk 0.75. So we're looking at 325, 325, 32. It doesn't want to give it to me. Like extend this a little bit. 325 right there. To the magic magnet we go. First, we have first presented fair value gap on 50-minute from Friday. It's a potential draw. Depending on how price behaves in there, right, will let me know whether AM session sell side is in the crosshairs. But for now, that is still my draw. And we still wouldn't have hit anything really and truly until we get below open range sell side. We still wouldn't have got -1 in this trade, so we still would be in here. Just will be back in floating profit, I guess. Yeah. Misjudgment on my part there. That's all the trader. That's on me. That's on me. This in itself here, well, not that I would enter in them all, but it does take it during, during the 10:30 kickoff. I'm watching this inefficiency here. We can go ahead and get rid of this. Keep the charts clean. I really don't like drawing anything on the chart anymore. I really just want to draw the market structure shifts really and truly. That's all I really want to be drawing on the chart. Everything else I don't really care for. Put it on the chart, it ain't part of my repertoire and I don't need it. Even these I'm thinking about chopping them off, or at least making them into not the 0.25s, but like, you know, like that, 0.5s. And you get me. Still thinking though, we'll leave it like this for now, okay? We'll leave it like this for now. Come into here. It does have that as well, so let's include it. Still in that buy over here. We haven't forgotten about you. We ain't doing nothing though. It's taking us out there, hasn't it? Just jumped up. TradingView hasn't even registered it. So that's an L there. Came to take us out at reduced risk. Yep. Fair. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
finger on that trade. 17. About 17. Can stomach that. Can stomach that. Can eat that all day. Alright. Understand. This is the high, right? That will need to go to be offside in this. And it did go. So I would be interested in a buy here. But we're already in the buy. So we'll just watch it. We'll just watch it do its thing. We will just let it do its thing. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Nasty price action today. But good session to get my feet wet in terms of what I'm looking for. I'm gonna keep this going for the day. PM session, I'm also gonna do entry drills, just so when I come into tomorrow, right, I've got all that out of my system, you know. And there will be no nerves. Still looking for a reason to be a seller of this market until, all right, we come and take dealing range buy side. Obviously, first warning sign would be opening range buy side getting taken, okay, and price respecting that level. All right, that would give us an indication that we could potentially be going to open range, dealing range high. But I'm watching this initial sell still, okay, we still would be in there. All right, we still would be in there. I want to see price come and take this sell side for this one to still be back valid. It's been a nasty morning though, but it's expected. With FOMC on Wednesday, with no news today, and with the opening range gap that we had today, right? I wasn't really expecting much from price, to be honest. Especially with that opening range gap, that is just indication, right, of how the price will go. But either way, we're still seeing some setups here and there, right, inside of this price action here. Not the best of price action, but still been able to carve some stuff out so far. Excuse me. I'm not sure how many contracts this would have allowed us in here. Just the one, just the one. So we're watching that one too. So it would have allowed us an entry. It would have allowed us an entry. So we're watching that as well. Post 10:30. Ooh, post 10:30, post 10:30. I did notice you as a banger of an entry as well. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Mr. Postman. Yep. Yep. Hold on. I'm interested. Give it to me. I'm moving mad slow right now. It's gonna miss me with it. Right here. Let's go down here. If it gives it to me, yep. I'm interested. I am. Meets the criteria. Let's get the stop. 8.6. A5, so yep, A6 is the stop. We're in 4 contracts. Let me get rid of this right here. One, two, three, 4, 8, 9. Post 10, 30. Yeah. Meets the criteria for me. Time is there. I don't want to put all the other ones yet. Just because of the way price is looking. It's about to smash me out of it. Be a valid L too. It'll be a valid L. I'd rather take it here now. Still no closure, body closure and then main threshold there. We've got that though. What are we doing? Selling. Let's buy back 1. Ooh, that will also give me an entry for a long there. Takes me out. Oh, it didn't come to my stop. Oh, it did. Technically, should have took me out. 8675. My stop is at 86. 1050 macro. We've got a buy here. I'm watching. This technically took me out there, so I can go back to this because the one this close, it will close that as well, so I don't have to worry about that. Would have taken this out there. I'm watching this long here. I'm already in a long, so there's no need for me to re-enter. But I'm watching this right here. Let's delete that. What did I just delete? Entry upon entries upon entries. 50 macro coming to first presented, taking buy side above dealing range sell side. This is the low. I would be back interested in selling this bad boy. Let's go back here. I would be back interested in selling this. If it gives me the opportunity to, that interests me. For an entry, still watching this buy here. That will take us out and will also confirm the sell for me. We are in the, we are at equilibrium of opening range. Okay, so consolidation here is normal. All right. If it does this though, I will be interested in the entry. That's on sync. What's the point of entry drills if you ain't gonna enter, right? When the market gives you your entry. Right there, I'm interested. It's giving it to me, I've taken it. See if we get tagged in there, we're in there, like swimwear is a continuation to the downside, is in line with our session program, okay? Let's get our stop. We're looking at 391. 391. Then we wanna buy back 250. 7325. Entry upon entry upon entry upon entry. Still in here, by the way. It's pretty interesting in it. I would be interested in a buy up here, okay? happy. Then we'll flip back to the other account and then we'll watch that buy. I won't be getting in though because I'm already in the buy. So we do have these fair value gap with this order block here as a last line in the sand for this setup. Body closure there. I'll be buying back one. You did it. But I didn't even stand up though. But apparently I did it. It's a little cheat in it. Body closure here. You'll be buying back some, reducing the risk. We're just stuck at equilibrium of opening range. Still no body closure here. I didn't finish, did I? Lot to unpack here, a lot to unpack. What's the low? Yeah, would have given us bread and butter. Just about. We ain't got plausible deniability though. But I would have given it to us just about.
We'll be done here soon. I should really make those dotted lines. Hold on, I think they're all done. Oh, it doesn't even give me the choice. $11.11. You know what that means? That means our session is coming to a close. Let's do a trade performance review and be done for the session here of our entry drills. To be continued for PM session, because I still need to get out the nerves with this new way I'm looking at not the new way, but like the adjusted way I'm looking at the market. So anyway, let's go with it. What I did well today is that I showed up, all right? I got 1% better, gained experience, learned lessons that I'll take into my next trading day, next trading session. Showed up today, followed my procedure and protocols, all right, in terms of not trading because it wasn't an optimal day for me to trade because there was no medium to high impact news today. So it doesn't make an optimal day for me to trade. So showed up and used the day, right, as an entry drill and collected more data in terms of how I want to see the market. But these are conditions I really don't want to be trading in, really and truly. I'm just using it to build more confidence in terms of me entering the market and getting adjusted to how I'm viewing the market and, you know, just build more confidence overall. So very happy and excited, right, for what's to come for the future. But I like what I'm seeing, and yeah, this was a good session, really and truly, for me. Yeah, got some nerves of how I'm looking to enter the market out the way, right, for the real days and the proper days where, you know, it's optimal days, getting ready for the optimal days, right, prepping for the optimal days. Where I fell short today, woke up at a decent hour, got my morning routine in, arrived at the chart, you know, followed my processes, my procedures and protocols, and didn't deviate from it, really and truly. So don't think I fell short anywhere. If you can think of anything I fell short, please let your girl know, you know, because I'm here for that. I'm here for criticism. I'm here for the feedback, all right, because that's how I grow and I get better. How I can improve for next day, next trading session is just keep showing up, right? Keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. Don't let short-term adversity, losses, series of losses deter me, distract me from what I got going on. I think I got some of the nerves out the way today, all right? That's what I'm going to use the remainder of today for. Just get some of the nerves out, you know, refresh, get ready for the week ahead, and pretty much keep taking small steps in the right direction, and eventually we'll get to our destination. A lot to unpack from this morning. All right, obviously it wasn't an optimal trading day. That's why price action. Plus we have FOMC coming up this week. So there's a lot that I'm noticing today that I want to walk forward, all right? That I also want to
pay attention to in terms of the setups that I entered in, the ones that failed, right? There's a lot for me to go back and unpack in terms of why did it fail, okay? Was there something I could have done differently to avoid the losses that I took today in the entry drills, okay? So yeah, pretty solid day for me. Magic Magnet, all right, still intact, still doing its job, right? Pulling price lower. So in terms of overall, the foundation is still there. It's just the models and the schematics are kind of adjusting a little bit and giving me more of a better picture in price action, okay? That super excited to, like I said, walk forward. So my backtesting session this weekend was amazing. It was incredible. Like I was getting something every day, every AM session. I wasn't even focused on PM session. It was literally purely focused on AM session, and I could see something every bloody AM session. I felt like I was getting a better picture and better understanding of what ICT's been seeing for the past 30 years, and it was incredible, man. It was incredible. But yeah. Anyway, that's it from us. Not anything to break down, really and truly. Not yet, anyway, because there's a lot going on. There was a lot of entries here, and I don't want to break them all down yet. Okay, so yeah. So we're watching this trade going into lunch. All right. Keep you posted on tomorrow how it goes, but we'll be here for DJ kicking off at 1:20 over on Zoom. All right. If you're not there, you're not there. You'll get to watch it after the fact on YouTube. Okay. But that'll be it for our morning session today. Solid one today. Entry drills. We love it. We love it when we have an opportunity to do these drills because it just builds more confidence and it just lets us exercise a lot of the things that we wouldn't do in a normal session, right? Just to see, what's going on, what's popping, right? Keep that entries in shape, right? You have to drill it, drill, baby, drill, baby, drill. Let me stop. Anyway, before we wrap up, I want to leave you guys with this. All right. There was a time, all right, I would finish a trading session and would still feel lost. On days I made money, I didn't really know why it worked. And on losing days, I had no system to fall back on. That's where most traders are today, all right? They have no system to fall back on when they lose and don't really know why it works when they take a winning trade, all right? They just hopped up on goofballs and they just think, oh yeah, it's their time. But that's the difference between guessing and having a real edge. And here's the truth. Most traders only focus on entries, but consistency, right, comes from the system behind the entries. So if you've been watching and thinking this makes sense, but I don't really have the full system yet, that's exactly why I create a 10% to 1% club. That's where we go deeper into all three pillars: the full model, the risk management system, the money and mindset principles needed to join the 1% club, and the exact processes to follow on a consistent daily basis. So if you're serious about becoming consistent, that is your next step. All right. I used to think that the goal was to win more trades, but the real goal is to become the kind of trader who can perform no matter the outcome. Because once you have that, the results will follow. That's all for today, folks. A very interesting entry drill session, all right, that we love the opportunity to do when we get them, all right. But we'll be back here tomorrow, kicking off at 9:15, all right. Be here, be on time. To be on time is to be late, so arrive at 9:10, all right. As always, I'm the trader here, signing out on a brilliant, solid session here. Good luck, good trading. As always, happy hunting.